What is up, y'all? Dubbles back for an October 2017 update. Some old school blues playing, Howlin' Wolf if you're wondering, and drinking on some Terrapin Station Hopsecutioner Killer IPA, as it says on the bottle. It really is like one of the best IPAs I've ever had. If you're a fan of IPAs, definitely check out the Terrapin Station Hopsecutioner. Hoppy goodness. Hitting up all the sales last month. Busy ass month for sure. Just want to forewarn this update. I promise I'm not becoming a blue tuber. It's a lot of Blu-rays for me personally. So, but I still got a decent amount of DVDs in this update. So we hit up the good old Kino sale. For starters, so you know I'm going to hit up some of those Tartan Asian Extremes. So, I got part 2, I believe. No, the third film in the Ghost School trilogy, which I believe this ended up being more than that, though. This is Wishing Stairs. Part of, like, Whispering Corridors is part of that franchise, stuff like that. Definitely stoked to check this out. Good Asian ghostlies. You guys know how I get down with my Asian ghostlies. Picked up a copy of Ghost of Maynak. I'm probably butchering that title. Let me know anything on these that I don't have any comments on, because I haven't got around to seeing some of these, of course. Face, another Tartan Asian Extreme. A lot of these on the cheap. Shutter, Tartan Asian Extreme. Now this is good ghostly shit, pretty spooky shit. Definitely highly suggest this. I believe this is actually Thai. Yeah, for Thailand. Really good stuff there. Now on to some cheesy stuff, some non-tartan Asia. That is Jennifer. This one just kind of cracked me up. I can't really say it's a great film, but definitely a Carrie style ripoff, done Southern style, so it had a little charm for me personally. I said I can't highly recommend that one or anything, but I can highly recommend this Tartan video, Shaitan or Sheetan, however you want to pronounce it. This is actually French, I do believe. Fantastic performance by Vincent Cassel. Just a bizarre, perverse movie altogether. Not for the faint of heart, and if you're easily offended, definitely skip that one. I highly enjoyed that. That was a really good flick. Been wanting to check that out for a while. All right, let's round out some more of these DVDs. One I've been trying to get forever, and I hit up the 88 Films release of Alice, Sweet Alice. I hit up one of their little sales they had going, part of their slasher collection as usual. Yeah, I've been pretty impressed with 88 Films so far, I have to say. Let's see. Some more. This was actually part of another sale. The place that has Twilight Times, I can't think of the name of the website right now. They have some Twilight Times releases. I'll post it below at the end of this. Snuff, Blue Underground release. Heard pretty much shit things, but it is part of the Video Nasty series, which I'm collecting. And I'm trying to get as much as I can of the Blue Underground. And this is 3,425 of 5,000, limited on the back. So that's cool stuff. I actually got a Blue Underground with a slip cover, which I didn't have many of these. Vigilante, this is more exploitation. Heard nothing but great things. Unfortunately, haven't got around to getting it, but I'm showing off. It's William Lustig, his take on the exploitation genre. Fantastic cast, Fred Williamson, Robert Forster. So I'm expecting good things out of that one for sure. Now we hit up the good old umbrella sale. Like I said, it's been sales galore in October, as you can imagine. And actually, November's update is going to have stuff I ordered in October from various Halloween sales. So, yeah. This is more Ozploitation. I don't know that it's straight up horror, but it's classified as ecological horror, which I love those kind of films, and that is Dark Age. Comes suggested from my homie D4G86, which is matching my future podcasting partner on Cinema Attack. Definitely go check us out. Recording this upcoming Sunday. Can't be stoked enough. Won't be talking about just horror on there, but a good blend of cinema with some knowledgeable cats, you know, discluding myself. I do consider myself a huge movie fan and stuff, but, you know, Derek knows his shit for sure, and the man, Matthew Kander, you and your horror movies, definitely knows his shit, especially when it comes to the horror creature feature genre, stuff like that. I've learned so much from him, so looking forward to it, guys. Umbrella Entertainment, release of Death Ship. Now, this was a nostalgia pickup for me. Remember renting this like a good 15 years ago, back in the VHS days. Rented this on VHS. Always wanted to get around to grabbing this, and ended up picking up the Umbrella release. Pretty fun little ghostly flick. You know, not mind-blowing stuff. Fun ass time. I always thought it inspired the Ghost Ship remake. I'm not sure that they're directly related because there is some differences, but there is some similarities as well. So if y'all can clear that up for me, let me know. Now, another one I've been wanting to check out for a good minute. Part of the Hammer collection, one of the few Hammers I have not picked up yet or seen, and that is Dennis Wheatley's To the Devil, a Daughter. Natasha Kinski and Christopher Lee, of course, the man. So, really, as you can see from my last update and here lately, I've really been on the satanic cult kind of movie binge here lately. It's really been good shit. Alright. Now, from the homie from over the ponds, guess he resides in Finland, James D. Cowx. He recently started up a YouTube channel. Definitely check him out. I'm going to post links below. Super nice guy. Knowledgeable of his shit. You know, he's an upstart, and I definitely want you guys to go over there and sub him. Give him some love. Much deserving cat, and you know, I wouldn't have the subs I had if it wasn't for people like Moods and JP shouting me out, and various other homies have given me plugs, and you know, I have to thank them for the subs I have. So hopefully we can send some more subs over his way. Like I said, he's an upstart. He's only got a couple videos, but I've been very impressed so far. He's getting his chops up very quickly. He's going to be doing good things. I expect shit from him. But I had a little trade proposition with him so I could hit up some HMV. I just wish they'd ship the US. They're missing out on such a market, but you know, that's a binge talk that I don't really want to go through right now. But I end up hitting up the HMV sale. And I popped this in this morning, actually. Burial Ground. In anticipation for week 2 of the Italian Horror Month. My favorite podcast, of course, 22 Shots of Moods and Horror. They're reviewing Andrea Beyonce, it's not Beyonce. I realize his name, but he just did Strip Nude for Your Killer. And this movie, I know he's done some various giallos. But really just fun ass, ooey gooey, gory fun time. Burial Ground. Definitely has some cheese factor to it, but just a fun ass time. Really like the pacing. It's just a fast paced, just gore fest. I mean, it's I would put it like there was Zombie. It's not as quality maybe as original Zombie from Fulci, but it definitely just kind of amps up the violence and just keeps that pace going throughout. Just Fun time, also known as Nights of Terror. Getting up some kind of slashers I had, I'd missed out on and kind of heard about, and that is Unhinged, another 88 films release, slasher collection that they have. Really, seems like a really solid line. And yet I got another Hammer collection to release of Devil Rides out. There again, Christopher Lee and some satanic cult shit. So it's just been my kick lately, guys. What can I say? Now the rest are all Blu-rays. All right, so let's get the two. FYE pickup right here, Dracula for $5. The Dan Curtis Dracula, of course. Jack Palance playing Dracula. Really interested to pick this up. Of course, still sealed, so I haven't watched it. But $5 for a Blu-ray of kind of lesser known, a little more rare Dracula flick. I'm gonna pop all over that. And actually picked this up the night it came out. Cult of Chucky. Fun time in my opinion. Check out my review for the 13 Days of Horror on my channel. Those didn't get enough love. I know, it's hard to compete with some of the homies out here doing the 31 days, and it's a little slower around here, but definitely go give those some love. That's some of the first reviews I've actually done for my personal channel, so yeah, put in time and effort into those. Then back to the HMV order from the man James Cowx, and that is Raw. Fantastic. This is definitely going to make my top 10 in 2017. Cannibal French flick, and I believe the only place you can get the Blu-ray is actually from HMV, so got all over that. Got up to 88 films. Finally got one of their Asia Extreme line. I want to get all these eventually. But Hex, heard good things about this one. Now end up getting some Arrow releases, of course, and I had to upgrade this one. It was so cheap. I had to find me another Arrow or another one that fit in the. Actually, they had a little 88 films deal going, and I had to get me a Trauma. Blood-Sucking Freaks. I believe this is actually the first time it's fully uncut, supposedly. And I love how they still put a lot of the Trauma extra features on these Blu-rays, the 88 films line. I know this graduation day had plenty of Trauma features, so as y'all know if you watch my channel, huge Trauma guy, so that's just the shit that they, they keep the traumatic format, if you will. Good shit. But yeah, back to the Arrows. Part of the Gates of Hell trilogy. I'm trying to upgrade all these. This, of course, is House by the Cemetery. Wanted to upgrade it. One of the best original trilogies of all time, in my opinion. Actually asking for the Beyond for Christmas, the Grindhouse release. So, I'm gonna upgrade all those to Blu-ray. Y'all know I'm picky about upgrades. So, it shows how much I love those films. Got some exploitation for that ass. Heard nothing but great things about Dead End Drive-In. I know it has like horror elements. I actually picked this up for my girl, but she's gonna let me watch this. By God, she's gonna let me watch this. Let's see, got some more Arrows popping. This was a first time watch for me. A Bay of Blood. Fuck yeah. Good shit, of course, from the master, Bava. Pretty much, to argue either this or it's technically a giallo, but this or Black Christmas started the slasher, as we know it. So it has all those tropes there, so can't suggest that one enough. Underrated Cronenberg, in my opinion, to be an early film is Shivers. Actually reviewed both of these on the 13 Days of Horror. Really love that one. Definitely check out my thoughts on that. Stoked I picked up this, the Arrow release of Evil Ed Special Edition. It's actually the limited edition that's quickly went out of print, and seems like it's going for pretty good cash now. So yeah, it seems like right up my alley, kind of reanimator style, just ooey gooey kind of shit there again. And the last two I got from that HMV haul, got some 88 Films releases. Graduation Day from the Slasher Collection, the Blu-ray release. There again, has all the traumatic extra features. Really suggests the bonus Scream Queens. It's called Hero Heroines Exposed. Really badass full-length documentary included with this. That was a nice little plus. I almost enjoyed it more than the actual film. Just slightly above par slasher, to be honest. But yeah, that bonus documentary is dope. This one has always sold me in just plot and super cool cover art, and that is Scalps. Got kind of Indian paranormal slasher. I heard this transfers shit, but you know, from what I hear, that's working with kind of this shitty negative transfers, VHS transfer. This is probably the best transfer you can get, unfortunately. Might actually pop that in after this. I've been wanting to check it out for a while. And actually the last from that haul, Second Sight. Yes, no, Second Sight releasing. Really impressed with the transfer. Don't know how it compares to the Mondo, but that is Possession. Zulowski. Just amazing performances, amazing movie, just top-notch stuff. There again, reviewed on my 13 Days of Horror. Definitely check it out, peeps. See my thoughts on that one. Good stuff. And the last few, some leftovers from that Kino order. Got 4 Kino Blu-rays. Been wanting to check out for a minute. Actually 3, I'm sorry. Got Highway to Hell. Hell yeah, early 90s horror that I've been wanting to check out for a while. Seems like more kind of road horror. And so stoked for that. Keeping on my late kick here, guys. The Crimson Cult, some more satanic horror for your ass. But you got the guys, man. You got Boris Karloff and Christopher Lee in this. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna enjoy it. I mean, even if it's not a top-notch film, I'm gonna enjoy this. I mean, satanic cult with Boris Karloff and Christopher Lee. It's got to be the shit. Now I got a redemption release in that Kino sale, and that is Crimson, and also has the alternate European cut, The Man with the Severed Head. And this is actually the directorial debut of Paul Naschy. I'm not sure if he made any other films other than this, but hell yeah, I really enjoy these redemption releases. I'm trying to go back and pick those up if I can pick them up for cheap. Most of them are out of print. I'm pretty sure the label is defunct now, unfortunately. And I got my first and only Twilight Time release. Got from that Screen Archives. It finally hit me. That is the name of the website. They have the occasional Twilight Time sale, which I actually think they have another one going on right now. Didn't see many that I just had to have or really wanted, but Audrey Rose, a ghostly that I've been wanting to check out for a while. If nothing else, for Anthony Hopkins, you know, he's the man in my opinion. Fantastic actor. I've heard really mixed things on this one. I've heard it's kind of slow and not all that great, but I'm going to check it out and see what's up for myself. Now, last two, I've got a contest winning from the man, Turi. He's actually known as T-Money Age 6, formerly Cathedral Horror, and formerly TOTD 1986, or I don't know, something like that. But he's the homie, Turi. And I got a contest winning of Draggin Along Blu-ray. So it's just a classic film, and You know, I love my Universal Monsters. Grew up on this shit, so happy to have any of these on the Blu-ray. I actually have all these on DVD, but dopeness right there. And it actually, yeah, it has a Spanish version, which is could be argued to be superior, but Bela Lugosi's hard to top too. So I go back and forth on those. And the last pickup for me, straight up Amazon order. One I've been looking for forever, and everybody I think was pretty stoked when this came out. The Synapse release of Popcorn. Maybe the hype got to me. I wasn't overly impressed with this, but I had a fun time. No pun intended. I think it's like a fun popcorn flick. Love the movie theater setting. The plot's really cool. It's a fun flick. It's a good flick. You know, it's not a 9 out of 10 for me, but it's a quality flick. So definitely check out Popcorn. If you like that theater setting and that kind of movie within a movie thing, I like the features that are actually featured within the film. Mosquito, and I can't remember the other name of it, but got D. Wallace Stone and Tony Roberts in this as well. And of course Synapse knocks the transfer out of the park. Them and Vinegar Syndrome have the best transfers, in my opinion. I mean, there's Sever and there's other cats doing it right, but those guys kill it every time. But that will do it until next video, which is going to be a contest entry for the Man You and Your Horror Movies. Stay tuned, that will be up this week. But as always, guys, appreciate y'all watching. Peace.